Hello, my name is Tamika Mason. I would love to invite you to A Raisin in the Sun here at Peoria Players Theater. Well, I play Mama Lena Younger. What I love about playing her is that she's the classic matriarch of the family. Right now we're going through a hard time because my husband just passed away, and we're all just trying to decide where do we go from here. So as the matriarch, I'm helping my family go into the right direction. Even though there's times they may not agree with me, as the matriarch, I still kind of hold strong to my values and where I see my family going. So I can appreciate her strength, her conviction, and her love for her family. Literally every motivation for her actions is for the love of her family. It takes place in Chicago, Southside Chicago more specifically, in the 1950s. So you kind of see the struggles that you go through as a family, as an African-American family rather, in that time. One of the people that I'm channeling who's very important to me is my great aunt. She was born in 1918. She raised me as her own. She was like a mother figure to me. But having someone who's born in that time to be able to have a direct influence in your life, I was able to think about her, bless her soul. I was able to think about her when doing this role. You know, she was a very loving woman, very old-fashioned. So that is one person that I think of while doing my role for this show. Her name was Audrey Florence Rice. She was a wonderful woman, wonderful through and through, just like Mama Lena Younger. She may not be perfect, but her values and her motivations are pure.
Hi, I'm Ronnie Hudson, and I play Walter Lee Younger in A Raisin in the Sun at Peoria Players Theater, directed by the legend, Gary Moore himself. Yeah, my character, Walter Lee, he's I'd say a very interesting man. I mean, he has a desire, just like everybody else does, of a dream to go out and sort of have these great things for his family. He wants to provide for his family. He wants to see his wife have nice things. He wants to live in a big house. He wants to do those things that, you know, every man wants to do for his family. But I would say entrepreneur at heart and in his mind, but just not that good at executing. The story centers around his family, his mother, his sister, and his wife, and his 10-year-old son. They all have different dreams, different ideas on how to get to this dream that they want to have. Every person, his sister wants to go to college and go to medical school and do these things. His mom has a dream of having a garden and doing those types of things. And Walter wants to be in business. He wants to be an entrepreneur. And so there's this one insurance check that comes that they have this money. So they're trying to figure out, how do we use it? And it ends up being where the mom takes the money, because the money is hers. She takes the money and actually invests in a home for them to move into. And then at that point is when the story turns, because the mom decided to go and take the money to do something that she wanted to do, but yet her children's dreams were on the line, I would say, in a way. You know, she always talked about how she wants to pour into her kids and put things out there for her children. But then by her taking a step and doing something for herself, it almost sent a message, at least to Walter in his mind, that you don't care about as much about us as you say you do. And so it sent the story in a lot of different ways, and you begin to see that whole divide and that whole, you know, fight for within a family of how do we get to our dreams? How do we, you know, get from this point where we are to where we should be and where we deserve to be?
Hello, my name is Michelle Watson, and I am playing Ruth Younger in A Raisin in the Sun, being held here at the Peoria Players, directed by Gary Moore. My character is, of course, married to Walter Lee Younger. I have a young son, and we have unfortunately stayed with our mom. But we don't want to really get too in-depth with the story because we want you to come see it, but we live in Chicago, tight corner spaces. I'm a settled woman wanting much more for her and her family, but you'll have to come here and see what turns out, okay? So come on over here to Peoria Players and see how we do over here with A Raisin in the Sun. And relating to her, I can understand where she's coming from because, you know, there are a lot of women out there who have probably desired to be teacher, but she decides to be a housewife and stuff. That's what she wanted to do. She's a woman who loves her husband and she loves her son, and she also is very attentive to her mother-in-law, but she desires more. And there are women out there I know in this day and time that desire more and desire to do what she is doing now, even if it's just having a bigger house, living in a better neighborhood, things like that. She just knows that she still keeps holding on to that hope. And that's one thing I like about it. They still hold on to hope. Even though things go bad and stuff, Mama still says, you know, come on, baby, I love you. You're my son, you're my daughter, you're my grandson. You know, you can still do better than what we are. And so she never gave up on them. She still continued to love us.
What happens to a dream deferred? Lorraine Hansberry took Langston Hughes' poem Harlem, and basically the first couple of lines, what happens to a dream deferred? Does it dry up like a raisin in the sun? In order to get to where you're trying to go, it's going to take togetherness, it's going to take family. So those types of stories are for everybody. Everybody that has a family and that has a dream and has something that they aspire to be. This is the story for you to see how a family was able to go through adversity and transgress these different things that came into their lives and basically end up, you know, a loving family and got to the goal that they all wanted to have in the end.
Thanks for watching the ExplorePeoria.com Entertainment Report. Please share this video on your Facebook timeline. Make sure to check out the ExplorePeoria.com events calendar, a comprehensive listing of events in the Peoria area. Plus, make sure to sign up for our free weekly e-newsletter.
Anything you need to know, and the only site you need to go, ExplorePeoria.com.